Guten Tag. Broadcasting from Berlin Airport, which is the center of the universe for anyone that didn't realize that. Well, airports feel like that anyway, because they feel like space stations to outer space. So this is the update from and the video on our holiday to Berlin, and our adventures and our vibes and what we thought and felt and perceived, by contrast to how the Berlinians feel and operate. And because we were here predominantly to explore the subculture, whereas the Mediterranean countries, we were interested in exploring essentially the food and other types of vibe, architecture, the old world. Here we came specifically for the subculture, and for good reason. Because sorry, we're having difficulties here. Because yes, that's actually what we found.
So we went to Renee, which was a club in the city, and that was cool. It was the building was old. They had like a whole different lot of dance floors. It was like mandatory to wear an outfit. Like they had we had our black cloaks on that we made.
Yes.
From materials and scraps.
The bat and the elf.
The bat and the elf. And then when we got to the club, then they were like, can we just see our outfit? And then we showed the outfit under. And then they put stickers over your phone. It's very exclusive.
Yes, they did, and they worked, because I whipped it out at one point to try and film him dancing on a piano.
Oh no.
And it didn't work, and I was like, what's wrong with my phone? And I just realized what I was doing and tucked it away just in case security threw us out. Or threw me out.
But that was a great club, and then we also went to the Berghain, which is very infamous.
The Berghain was the most amazing venue I'd ever been in. It was like what you'd see on a film, like Blade or something, this like massive 12-story high building that was an old electrical insulating switchboard for there was a lot of insulators in there. It was purely functional, but they'd gutted it out, so there's like a total of 4 floors or whatever they made it into, and they're really high ceilings, just so much space in there. They lit it up really well, and it was so awesome. It's just that the people and the music,
Boring.
more like substance fueled. The reason it is such a well-known club that has so many people in it is because they're more mainstream people.
Yeah.
And we went on a Sunday, so people would have been like out the night before or whatever. But yeah, a lot of substance, a lot of sort of amphetamine vibes. There was like a good mixture of queer people there, but it just didn't quite have the vibes and the music. There was 2 dance floors. There's high energy and low energy dance floor. Lower energy dance floor, but it wasn't quite there. Unfortunately. So, but it was a really cool experience.
It was. And then I performed at Schwoo's, Sweet in German, and it essentially was, I found this place just by messaging a person that was from Berlin, from Melbourne, and she hooked me up, and I performed, and I had such a good time, splitting and kicking. Doing everything.
Doing his thing.
Doing my thing.
His magic.
My magic. And it was a great night. It was an intimate crowd. It was really nice. It was cute. Yes, that was a great night.
It was actually really nice. Intimate. And yeah, very much like home, but different at the same time.
Yes.
So we also explored some of the architecture and that. It was very, very cold. We weren't so inspired to go out.
Sometimes negative. It was snowing sometimes.
Yeah. It was really cold, but we did well. But nothing drew us in too much. We didn't eat any food here. We
cooked
did
everything pretty much.
We cooked everything, and the food we got out was like
good cooking. We cooked so many pastas, creamy sauces. We made a pizza one night. I baked a lot. I baked all different types of goods. Even made a pie, which the crust is a bit shit, so we're gonna try and get better at that. But the filling was amazing.
We just didn't get any German food. We didn't order one German
There was
food.
Eisbein. We were kind of thinking about for a while, but just didn't eventuate because it just didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, I weren't drawn to it because it's, yeah, so there's that. But another cool thing, a really interesting, really refreshing, something that stood out to me so much about the German people is that they don't give a shit.
No, like
They don't care what you're wearing. They don't care if you're acting crazy on the street, because we always act crazy on the street.
they love
They
it.
just smile
They just
back
smile.
and like enjoy it, and there's like no weird,
Judgment.
crazy, psycho, black energy judgments here. We haven't had one run-in with one person that has thought anything about the way we look or how we're acting. Nothing. And that to me is probably what stands out the most.
Free of judgment. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's a vacuum of judgment. They just don't care. They simply don't care. All ages, they just don't bat an eyelid. They just don't care. And it's super, super cool.
It is. It's really cool. Yes. And the architecture's really cool. We saw old world Berlin.
Yes,
here.
old world Berlin that survived the bombings.
Yeah.
And that old architecture is so cool because it's like a cross between almost Turkish architecture and Greek or something. It's like they've got the domes, they've got the columns, they've got like it's its own thing, but
and
it's
all
like
very flat. They don't have any skyscrapers as well.
there's no sky rises here.
No.
It's the weirdest thing. There is like high apartment buildings, a few, but there's no. The CBD is just flat. It's actually incredibly similar to the feeling I get when I go to Canberra. It's spread out. There's lots of room, heaps of room, and there's very few high rises. Well, Canberra would even have more. But it actually looks so much like Canberra in certain parts. So if you want to know,
Come to that, eh?
yeah.
And Ilka's been really nice.
She's been really nice, and we may have worn out our welcome a little bit.
I think so. The tension was building after a while, just because, like, naturally we were in her space.
And yeah,
And-
she was very hospitable and accommodating, and
Yes.
but it was all good. Everything was all good. We had some fun moments. We ate meagering in the bath one night, which was
It was
just
fun.
a good little
Just
adventure. Just
fun little adventure.
if in doubt, just like do
Being
that.
wearing in the bath.
Yeah, it's the best thing to do after
Well, soba noodles.
yeah, it wasn't meagering. It was actually better. The best thing to do after a night out is just have a bath, if it's minus 0 degrees outside, and cook your noodles and leave them in the pot and just float them around in the water.
Pretty much.
It's like a little boat that gives.
And the blood oranges is really good as well.
The blood oranges were a highlight
That's a big highlight.
because they were so fresh and delicious.
Yes.
Little bits and pieces, but yeah, we're about to leave Berlin and head to London. We'll probably be going out at least once in London.
Yes.
And yeah, old world London. For me, my genetics come from there, so I get to see what it's all about, I guess. And yeah, so that's our adventures
Yeah.
here. Any more to say?
No, really. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. That's how you pronounce it. And in 3 hours from now, we're about to fly into the sky. And I'm hoping there's going to be some good turbulence, because that gets me off.
He loves this turbulence.
I do, very much. I like it when the plane suddenly drops out of the sky. For a little bit. Adieu. Till next time.